Welcome back to This Week in Hockey East. I'm joined by BC Women's head coach Katie Crowley. Katie, thank you so much for being here. Our interview today brought to you by Boston Harbor Hotel. Plan your getaway today at bostonharborhotel.com and experience Boston's best waterfront views. Want to get into the season that you've had so far. We've finished out the regular season and just your general thoughts on what your team's been able to do this year. They end up finishing third in Hockey East.
Yeah, overall, I'm proud of the way our team played, especially towards the end of this semester. You know, we had some hiccups along the way, but also had a really challenging schedule, especially non-conference, and so happy with the way we handled everything, and happy with the finding a way to finish in third place in Hockey East.
And you guys had a strong finish too. We saw the game that you had against BU, a 4-0 shutout. You won the last 3 games heading into the playoffs. What was going right for you guys at the end there?
Yeah, I think the Northeastern game that we won in overtime really boosted our team's confidence. I think we played hard in that game. We played really, really well and defended really well, and I think that really helped us in the last couple of games here as well. So we need to continue that for the playoffs and up here against Vermont. So hopefully that confidence carries through to Saturday.
Got a few questions about some of your individual players as well, but because we're just coming off the Olympics, I wanted to get to this kind of earlier on in the interview and talk to you about your thoughts on what you saw in Milan. Obviously, you were part of a few different Olympic women's hockey teams. You won gold in Nagano back in 1998. How nice was it to see what the women were able to do in Milan?
Yeah, it was awesome. It was awesome watching, following along. And for them to win gold, I mean, I was ecstatic. I know our team, our 98 group chat was ecstatic watching the game and just following along with the team through the Olympics. So obviously proud of Team USA and for Megan Keller, for us to score that goal was huge. It was awesome and really, really fun to see for us.
What was your reaction when you saw her score the overtime game winner? Were you jumping up and down the same way I
Jumping up and
was?
down for sure. Jumping up and down for sure. It was really exciting, and she's been in those big moments before in college and in the pro leagues and in the Olympics before. So her poise and composure was tremendous, and really happy for her to have that moment.
I talked to you a little bit last week ahead of one of our broadcasts this past Saturday, and we were talking about how strong this women's team was. And at the time they hadn't played their gold medal game, and we were kind of talking about, is this the best women's USA team that there's ever been? Do you think this was the strongest roster that they've had?
Yeah, I mean, I think the game just keeps getting better. These players just keep getting better, and I mean, that team was really, really elite, and obviously you get to a gold medal game, you never know what's going to happen. I thought Canada played really well in that game as well, and but I thought the U.S. was dominant throughout the whole Olympics.
And you being on that very first team, the first time women's hockey was in the Olympics, winning gold in 1998, there's been so many players that have come after and said that that was an inspiration for them to go play for Team USA and to just get involved in women's hockey in the first place. And obviously, 1998 to now, there's been so many changes in the game of women's hockey. What are some of the biggest differences between this atmosphere that you've seen in this state of the game compared to back then when you guys won?
I mean, the game itself, I think, it's faster. It's more physical, even more physical, I should say, because it was physical back then, but even more physical now. But the attention that the game gets now is great. Obviously, we have the pro league, so that escalates our sport, which is awesome too. And it's not just every 4 years. You see women's hockey now on TV a lot more, whether it's college games or the pro games. And I think, to your point of 98, the 98 team helping, boost the numbers in women's hockey, you're going to see that again here after watching these Olympics. You know, my daughter was definitely watching the game with her friends, and little girls are inspired by these players, and you're going to see another jump in the growth of our sport, I think.
I feel like I could talk to you all day about all of the different implications of the Olympics, and I'm just so
Yeah.
interested in your perspective on it. But I want to make sure we get to your current team as well, and ask you about a few individual players. Ava Thomas named to the All Rookie team. Just tell people who maybe haven't seen her play, what does she do that makes her so successful as a rookie?
Yeah, she's just so dynamic. I mean, especially offensively, she gets an offensive opportunity in every game for that, like a quality scoring chance in every game, and her speed really truly sets her apart in from others. I think, and her competitiveness. I mean, she's someone that wants to win. She wants to help her team win. She knows that one of her big roles is scoring goals for us and helping produce, and you know, I think she's done a tremendous job at that this year, and yeah, she's really a dynamic player.
And then Emma Connor, the Defensive Forward of the Year award in Hockey East. She has been incredible with her blocked shots leading Hockey East, and just watching what she's able to do. What makes her a good candidate for this award?
Yeah, you know, she Emma, you know, has done a tremendous job with on the PK. She's blocking shots. She's selling out for her teammates, and you know, early on we saw that with our team where she was the one that was you know, blocking shots whenever she could and making the simple play when she could, and I think that really helped. You know, our team grow throughout the year, and I think our players seeing her as a grad student, you know, jumping in front of pucks and selling out for her teammates. And I think it really spurred on others to do the same thing. And we moved her to center, so she probably would have had more block shots as a wing, but she's been tremendous for us. She's been a great addition, you know, for this year, and I'm really happy that she was, you know, voted in for that award, because I think she truly cares about that defensive zone, and takes pride in helping her team be successful.
Well, thank you so much, Katie, for joining us. Excited to see what your playoffs have in store for you starting on Saturday. And when we come back, we'll talk more about the Women's Hockey East playoffs coming up next on This Week in Hockey East.